Good morning, students. I want to do some examples of these. They're a bit harder than what you had on the previous one. So real quick, our goal is to make these look like this so we can easily see what the slope is and then what the y-intercept is, right? So our goal is to get the y by itself, or we think about it in terms of algebra to solve for the y. So in this one, this 3 is multiplying the y. So we don't have to separate. When we separate here, we'll call this the y side, and then the not y side. Previously in our separate step, we said letters and numbers, but since we have 2 letters here, we really care about the y. So that's why we're saying y side, not y side. So there's no need to separate, and that's step 4. So step 5 would be to solve. So because this 3 is multiplying, we're going to divide by 3, and we'll do that to every term along the way. 3 divided by 3 comes 1. Y, 12 divided by 3 is 4x plus 4/3. So now this looks like this, right? And we can say our slope here, it's going to be 4, and our y-intercept is going to be this guy here, 4/3. Cool? Alrighty. So let's go on to the next one, which we can do this one right here. So this one's kind of complicated. It's going to take us a few steps to do. We could work with the denominators, but we don't like to work with them. So what I'm going to do is I'll cancel the 2 first. So multiply here, here, and here. So this guy times 2 would be 10y. This whole term times 2 will just cancel this, and then this drops down. And then over here, we're actually going to have to multiply that 5 by 2 because it's being divided by 7. So we'll take care of that 7 differently right now. Okay, so there we have it. Now we're going to get rid of this 7. So we'll take this whole thing and do this again for the 7. To every term, right? Every term. So this will be 70y equals to 7 times 15 is 105. And then over here, this 7 will cancel this 7. That's the whole reason why we chose that 7. And this will just be 10. So we're really close. We'll just divide by 70. Divide by 70, divide by 70. So we'll get y equals 105 over 70x minus 10 over 70. These fractions are reducible. Like we can divide this one by 5, both of them. So 105 divided by 5 would be 21, because 20 is 100, and then the 5 more, 21. And this one divided by 5 will be 14. And then these guys we can divide by 10. So I'm going to do 1 over 7. 10 divided by 10 gives me 1. 7 divided by 10 gives me 7. And I'm almost done, but then I notice here that I can keep reducing this. These are both multiples of 7. So we're going to divide by 7. So this will be 3 over 2x minus 1, 7. That means my slope is 3 over 2. And my y-intercept is going to be negative 1, 7. Cool. Okay, let's do one that's slightly different. I'm going to jump over here to number 2, because it looks a little bit complicated. So in number 2, our goal is to get this y by itself. There's a lot going on. Let's start by flattening this equation. And what I mean by that is to get rid of the denominator. So this will become 6x. This 2 will cancel this 2, and then this whole thing here will drop down. Okay, so this will be 16 minus 2y. Okay, and so we can start our algebra. Cross multiply. No, it doesn't look like a proportion. Distribute, nothing to distribute. Combine like terms. Well, I can't combine these. He's all by himself, so no combine. Separate, yes. We're gonna have to separate. Because we want y by itself, right? And we have a number here. So this left side will be my not y. This is the not y side, and then this is the y side. So the thing that's in the wrong place is this 16, right? Because 16 is not a y, so it should be over here on the not y side, not with the y side, okay? So this is a positive 16. So our rules in when we separate step 4, our tools are plus or minus. So because this is a positive 16, we're gonna go minus 16, minus 16. Okay, sometimes people think this minus belongs here and then they do a plus 16, but no, right? Because 16 and 16 would make 32. That negative belongs to this dude. Okay, let's see what we have. What's 6x take away 16? We can't do that because they're not like terms. So we'll just put them next to each other like this. And then on this side, we'll get our negative 2y. Drop down. And we're almost done. We are done separating. That's all the stuff that's not y. And here's the y. So we're almost done. I just need to get rid of this guy. And this is step 5. Multiply, divide, and square root only. This dude is multiplying here. So we're going to divide by negative 2. And we had to divide every term by that negative 2. So this guy will give me negative 3x. And this guy will give me positive 8. Okay, and I'm pretty much done there. I'm just gonna flip it so it could look a little bit nicer for us. And now you can clearly see that this dude is your slope and that the positive 8 right here is your y-intercept. Cool? Alrighty, I think that should just about cover it. I wanna do one more for you that's kind of difficult, which is this one here, okay? So I'm gonna take this half and multiply here and here, but not here, right? This half is only multiplying here. So I'll go y equals 1/2 times x, that'll give me 1/2 x. Plus 1/2 times 6, let me do it over here on the side so you can see. 1/2 times 6. The way we do that is we put a little 1 there and we multiply straight across. 6 times 1, 6, 2 times 1, 2. So you'll notice that we have 6 over 2, which is pretty much just going to be 3. Okay, so this will be 3 plus 1. So we did our distribution, which is step 2, and then now we go to step 3, which is combine. And I can combine these because they're like terms, are both numbers. Cool? So this dude is your slope. And that equals 1/2. And this guy is your y-intercept, which equals 4. Cool, and there you have it. Okay, maybe we'll do just one more, and then I'll let you guys do this whole packet. And if you want, you guys can post any questions. So this one, it's not too bad. We have a denominator here. We don't like that, so I'm gonna go ahead and multiply everybody by 2. Just makes it simpler and easier for me to see things. Here, this one will cancel that and we get the x, and this will be 2 times y, 2y. Okay, so we have done distribution. Next, we try to combine. Nothing to combine. We don't have like terms, so no combining. Then we go to separate. Y side, not y. This guy is not a y, right? That x, he should be over there. So this is step 4, which is my plus or minus. So I'm gonna go minus x minus x. So this is 6 minus x equals to positive 2y. I just brought this guy down. I brought the positive down. It doesn't really matter here, but when it's negative, it does matter, okay? So we need to get rid of this dude. So now it's step 5. All our rules are multiply, divide, and square root. This guy's multiplying, so I'm gonna divide everybody by 2. This will be 3 minus 1/2 x equals 2y, or 1y. Cool? I'll just flip this just so it can look a little bit nicer for us and we can easily identify this stuff. Y equals negative 1/2 x. So I took this term here, it's negative 1/2 x, and I put it first. And then this 3 is a positive 3, right? Because he's not negative, so he's positive, and I'll put that here. Okay. Now from here, we can see that our slope is negative 1/2. And then our y-intercept will be 3. Cool. Alrighty. That'll be it. Okay, I'll give you guys a chance to try the other ones. If you guys come across any problems, just ask me, and I'll go ahead and take care of those problems. I'll do them for you guys. Okay, so just comment in the section below. Thanks.